Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to twitch.tv/IceCreamPlus. My name is Grim D. How you doing? Okay, it's fine. Anyway, welcome in. My name is Grim D. How are you all doing? Welcome in, Bib.
Hello.
Friday. Ooh, Sar, calm down. No need to get excited.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Okay, yeah, get it. Welcome into twitch.tv/IceCreamPlus. My name is Graham D, as I've mentioned. I'm joined by Bibby, as I've mentioned, and this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, even if we do say so ourselves. How you all doing? Hey, big news day. Big news day. Obviously, it's not like breaking news. We didn't know this was coming, any of that sort of stuff. My lights are all jazzing out behind me. Let me just just go to change. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's all going on. I was tinkering, so in this unit behind me, complete tangent now, sorry for this. In this unit behind me, it has its own built-in LED light, which comes with one of these standard sort of like remotes. I can't hook that one up to my Alexa or anything like that, so I have to use this remote. But because I don't usually use it, I usually kind of go every now and then I might go, let's have a blue light, whoop, but then like the light shacks out, so it's like, okay, let's have a softer blue light. Maybe, I don't know, find one that looks okay for the stream. That one? Yeah, okay, that works. That's fine. But then I realised it had flash, strobe, fade, and smooth. So I was like, ooh, what's strobe? And then it just absolutely, it's like certain lights are fine, but certain other ones, like, I don't know if it's refresh rate or whatever the technical term is. Basically, it doesn't agree with my camera, and it looks like I'm sat in a disco. Even in my room, it's just a nice, smooth fade. So, yeah, let's go back to... leave it there. Anyway, welcome in. How are you all doing? If you're in the chat, please do feel free to let us know that you are here. Because this is The Scoop. As mentioned, this is the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. But we are here to give you our thoughts and impressions of the biggest, the best, and breaking stories from the world of video games. I want to say breaking stories. The main story isn't really a breaking story. It's a story that broke last night, and we told you it was coming. We told you that we would bring you the recap today. If you didn't see it, it was the Nintendo Direct, a 40-minute presentation on everything that's due to be coming to Nintendo in the next few months-ish. Most of the stuff that's coming will be coming in winter, is what it said. Didn't really expect much. If I'm being honest, I didn't really expect much. Turns out there was quite a bit of content, so we'll go through all of that as our lead story. But yeah, we will give you our thoughts and impressions on that story. In return, we want your thoughts and impressions. If you're in the chat, please do feel free to get involved, because this podcast gets turned into a video. We drop the video on YouTube, and then it goes up as an audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. So if you're with us live on twitch.tv/IceCreamPlus, please do feel free to get involved on behalf of everyone else that watches and listens on demand a little bit later on. Before we do jump into anything, obviously the things that we usually go through, ! Loot drop. If anyone wants to type that in the chat, then crisp high five coming your way. That's just a reminder that subs get prizes, subscribers get prizes, or at least one of you does. Anyway, we give one subscriber a prize every month. This month's prize is this, you're running out of time to vote on it. If you want to influence what that prize could be, it could either be one of the Ice Cream Uploads esports jerseys or anything else from our Gamers Apparel store that you'd like. Or you've got a choice of 3 games: Back for Blood, New World, and I always forget one. Is it NBA 2K22? There we go. So literally, that's the first time I've forgotten NBA. Usually, it's Back for Blood or New World that I forget. So there you go. I've gone through all. It's equal. It's equal. I'll forget all of your games equally. It's okay. So yeah, ! Loot drop, subscribers get prizes. Don't forget that. Also, on the subject of subscribers, we don't usually ask people to subscribe to the channel. You can if you want, you don't have to. That's why we give you a prize back for subscribing, because we don't need you to do it, but we appreciate it if you do. But if you do know anyone that's sat on an Amazon Prime subscription and they can convert that into a Twitch Prime or Prime Gaming subscription, then feel free to tell them to drop it on the channel, because we are 10 subs away from our next subscriber emote unlock. So if we get 10 subs before we start to lose subs, then we unlock a new sub spot for you. So you all get access to one subscriber emote that we get to keep then. So it doesn't matter if we drop back down again, we get an extra sub. So if you do know anyone that has, just feel free to just give them a nudge. Yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Elsewhere, if you just want to type ! Insert coin, you can bag yourself some merch and save 20% in the process. Mr. Bib.
Yeah.
You have the lurgy.
Yeah. It's not the best. I've been nursing it all week. It's progressively got worse. Last night, up till 3 o'clock this morning, trading on fucking FIFA. Didn't know that I needed that in my life. yeah, here we are. But yeah, it's not feeling too clever today. But we're still here, do you know what I mean? The show must go on, Graham.
You couldn't really tell earlier on in the week, but you can definitely hear the illness in your throat and voice at this point. It's like when someone says, like, they say the word song, and then when they've got a cold, and they go sog. You kind of a little bit of that going on. But he's still here. I mean, what a machine.
It, you know what I mean?
This is what it is. I mean, Germs, Lurgy, over his shoulder, the reason I flicked to the big bib cam is so you can see he's got the Albus oil pumping out into the room again. Shitty Gaming 5! Thank you very much for the Prime. Is that Emma? That's Emma, right? Hey, good morning. How you doing? See that? Honestly, we'll just mention Bibby's ill all the time. We'll get primes thrown from left, right, and center. Thank you for the sub.
I'm surprised that name is allowed on Twitch. Fantastic.
The only reason I think it's Emma is because it's the same name on Twitter, and I was like, "Who's Shitty Gaming 5?" And
Has it always been that? I thought it was. I thought Emma actually had a Twitter name as Emma and then a surname. Not that I don't want to dox her or anything.
I think it was originally her email, so I was like, "You might want to change that." So she changed it. Shitty Gaming 5. Hey. But anyway, thank you for the sub. Okay, that makes it so we just double checking, make sure we've not lost. Yeah, we just 9 subs away. 9 subs. Oh no, we've got. We must have a tier 2 still somewhere. So we need 8. Okay, it's even 8 subs. It's even closer. Just 8 subs. Okay. Okay.
Funny you should say that, though, because I've actually scrubbed off tomorrow's competition. It's the last major of the year, and I've already scrubbed off it. I'm not turning up into it. I mean, I haven't got COVID. I've been doing lateral flow tests at home to make sure, but it's not worth the aggro that I'll probably get. I mean, to be fair, at golf club, people are like in the mid-50s, early 60s. I will probably kill them if I give them a cold at this point. So I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm just going to stay at home and watch the Ryder Cup instead.
Yeah, there you go. Don't wipe. Although actually, that's what I was said. Don't wipe out the entire golf club. That said, your chances of winning the next tournament and stuff do take a significant increase if all the opposition are dead. So,
I mean,
swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. Itani as well. I saw the followers. We were doing the countdown. Thank you very much, dude. If you're lurking, if anyone didn't see, Itani did join us when Bibby was AFK a couple of weeks back. So thank you very much, Itani. Welcome in.
Jumping back, he wasn't following beforehand. He was on the show and he wasn't following. That's a disgrace. That I've seen some shit in my time.
Nice. See, I know what it is. I'm that kind of person. Whereas I will jump into people's streams and it's like, it's not live. Okay, well, I'm not dropping my follow because I want my name to pop up on their screen. So if it's not live, you don't get my follow. I mean, I could do it now so I get the notifications, which makes more sense, but I'm not going to do it. So I've done that so many times. I'll be in someone's stream religiously, like day after day after day, and then after like they're like, and now I'm going to follow. It's like the awkward moment of asking for someone's name when you've known them for like 3 months. Sorry, what's your name again?
It is Steve, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
Tito says a baby dollop today. You can do this. Get some hot rabbit down your neck and power through. No, it's just that I was too lazy. I didn't want to do the social video, so Bibby did it. So that's it. We just sent you west. Not west, but west.
Not west. Yeah, not west.
Next Gen Base says, what up, boys? I'm here to defend my honor today. No, you're not. Callum, as well. There's another one. Primer. 7 months with a Prime. Pressing the buttons.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Today.
Thank you, Callum. Thank you very much. I mean, me mentioning the subs wasn't a ploy to get you all... Well, it was a ploy to get you all to sub. Not for the revenue stuff, because usually when people sub, it's like, give us the monies. But it's just so that we can unlock another sub emote. Because in my head, I'm thinking, if we make it to... Was it now? So 7 more subs now. If we get 7 more subs, that unlocks a sub emote badge. And in my head, I'm already thinking, okay, we start a Twitter poll and we go, which emote would you like? We'd have a conversation on stream saying, what kind of stuff would you like? And someone would go, we want a hype emote, or we want a Bibby's Lambo emote, or we want a whatever. Yeah. And then we put a poll on Twitter, and then we get Craig from our design team to design the emote, and you guys get to go, we made that. That's what I'm thinking in my head. It's not so much about give us all the monies. It's Bib! Hey! Vish!
I just wanted to see that go out.
I've got access to earn exclusive emotes. Is that Hype Train? Is that what it is? I can't see.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. It said you needed one more for the Hype Train.
Yeah, Hype Train. Oh, there we go. Okay. And Bib as well with another one to Jack.
I'm feeling generous today.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Vish, Jack, enjoy the gifties. Okay. Well, we've made it. Tier 1, Hype Train, done. While that's loading up, I'm going to keep going through the chat so I can catch you up. Bacon Shoot says, good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you doing, sir? Tears Bad says, can you send ice cream to Australia, please? What flavour? Just let us know what flavour you want. It's probably going to be soup by the time it gets there. And warm. But yeah, let's know. Bayonetta 3, says Timeless. Spoilers. N64 games. Spoilers. Bayonetta 3 backwards compatible with the PS2. Spoilers. I mean, I don't actually know. I know that some, if not all of that, is in the Nintendo thing, but I haven't read through it. The idea being usually that when we go through the recaps of the day before, we know what's there because we've seen it or we've streamed it live. Yesterday, I didn't watch it, and I didn't want to watch it because I wanted to go through the article with you guys and see what it was like. Enix as well with the sub, 17 months. Stay frosty, yeah, there we go. Okay, we are literally just 5 subs away now. 5 subs away from unlocking one more sub emote. Can we do it? Can we do it? Do it. I mean, if we can, we've had 5 subs already in one stream, which is incredible. So thank you very much. Mr. T is gifted a sub. Viv Alanko, Viv, enjoy the sub. Hey, okay, 4 subs. 4. Whoa.
Boys, you're doing God's work this morning. Thank you so much.
Unless I can't count because it still says 5. Just, I'll give you some time to reload. It's fine. Where do we get to? Next Gen Base says if we get a new sub emote, we can make not like this permanent.
I love the fact that he loves it.
Yeah, I mean, it's you've got to lean into the memes. You've got to lean into the memes because if not, you got to own it. Precision as well.
Hiya, my lovelies.
Hiya, my lovelies. Hey,
Boys,
okay, that's
some fucking legends. I swear to God, like genuine legends.
Level 2 Hype Train complete as well in the process. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh,
Stay frosty, yeah.
Let me jump into.
Oh my God,
Split.
Jordan.
Hey! 5 gifted subs from Enix as well in the chat. Well, that's another hype train tier gone. Enix dropping gifties to Madge, Crumpet, Cream Team, one name, Big Hamish, Holy Moly, and Delboy, son of Castolo. Hey, enjoy your gifties, Enix. That's ridiculous. Okay, we are now. Yeah, well, that's it. We're over. We're actually now only. You've gifted so much. We're only 12 subs away from the next one. So if you want to keep it going,
oh, boys, thank you so much. You are genuine legends.
That is ridiculous. Thank you very much. Precision with the 4 months at tier 1. Thank you very much. Mr. T dropping a gifty on Viv. Enix for 5 gifted subs. Next Gen Base getting involved as well. Slaps. Enjoy Slaps. Slaps has got a gifted tier 1 sub. And OG Bibby as well, dropping in with a gifted for Muse as well. Muse! Hey, PUBG community getting represented. You love to see it. Nice. Thank you very much, beautiful gentlemen. We are literally, that is ridiculous. We were 10 subs away from getting our next emote. We have got our next emote, and we are now 10 subs away from getting our next emote. What? Gaggard!
Oh my God.
Okay, we are now 5 subs away from getting our next emote because Gaggard had just dropped 5. Linma, Itane, Baroness, hey, Barrow gets one as well. Kevin Ashburner and Plum Rico all getting gifties. You absolute heroes.
Oh my God. This is fucking crazy. This is actually crazy.
Ridiculous. Okay, I can't not give one now, can I? Okay, let's go in. If you are listening to this on podcast services, we will eventually get to the news. All you are listening is to stay frosty, yeah? Over and over and over again on repeat, but it's fine. Okay, let me gift a sub. Gift
out our subs as well at the moment, again. I appreciate that, Jordan. Like, all of yous gifting. Absolute fucking legends, like, I swear to God, like, proper, like, we thought it was a push this morning to get the extra emote slot, and you guys have absolutely crushed it. Sorry, just burst as I was going through that little monologue there, but you guys have absolutely nailed it. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're halfway through level 5 hype train, which is the last level of hype train. I'm going to gift a sub as well. Is there anyone in the chat right now that doesn't have a sub? If there is, then I'm going to give you one. Not like that. Easy, Tiger. Easy, Tiger. So, Tizbad, there we go. Nice. Gift to a specific viewer.
Have we ever got to level 5 hype train before?
We finished it once. The first time we got hype train. Okay, that's it. It's done.
Oh my god! Fucking Aspen coming in clutch as well.
Wow, Mr. T. Oh, Iceman, Zaffa Cakes, hey, Shirav, Kevlar, and Herbs all getting gifties as well. Enjoy the gifted subs. I mean, I'm still gonna drop one on Tazebad as well. That is ridiculous. So we have two new emote slots now. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god, you fucking legends! I swear to God, this is mental. 140%. And there's still 2.5 minutes left.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh my god. You guys, absolute mentalists.
And there you go, Tazebad. You get a sub as well. You get a sub, and you get a sub. Everybody gets subs. Okay, nice. There you go. Don't forget, though, all of you new subscribers, if you haven't before, join the Discord. Even if you're not a regular Discord user, you don't have to join in and be a super active part of the community. If that's not where you spend your time, that's fine. Not a lot of people use Discord. Not a lot of people use Twitter, whatever. Just jump in, though. Link your Twitch and your Discord accounts, and you can be involved in the loot drop. So all these newbies have now got a chance of winning a prize. We do a loot drop, which if somebody just wants to type ! loot drop in the chat, you'll get the details. We give one prize away to one subscriber at random. So make sure you're in the Discord, you've got your accounts linked, and you could win yourself either a next-gen game or some Ice Cream Uploads merch. Whichever one you prefer, you get the choice. So thank you very much. What a start to a stream. That is ridiculous. 140% of the way through
crazy.
A level 5 hype train. 2 new subscriber emote points. We are literally 19 subs. Oh, no, 20 subs away. We're 19 sub points, but 20 subs away from 100. We've never been anywhere up that high before. Like I said, we don't push people to sub. It's never been about subs for us. So having 80 subs on a channel, that's the most we have ever had on this channel by quite a long way.
Yeah.
So that is ridiculous. Thank you very much. Genuinely, thank you very much. It means so much. Thank you very much.
Because you just ruined your chance of actually winning something this month, so unlucky. But I mean, Gagad's fuming. Tito's fuming.
I mean, Gagad was so angry that he thought, sod it. Do you know, I'm having 5 more. If I'm not going to win it, no one else is either. He threw in 5 himself. You beautiful people. Thank you very much. I mean, if I'm being honest, I say it's for the emotes. It's not for the emotes. It's because Bibby's got baby Bibby on the way, and he needs the baby Lambo for the baby.
That's it.
The
Right.
Lambo baby. baby Lambo. Anyway, thank you very much. Do you know what? The excitement, I know there's still 36 seconds left of the hype train, but don't give any more. It's okay. We appreciate everything that you've done so far. Thank you very much. Leave it alone. We'll get back in the room. If you are in the chat and you have had a gifted sub, please do feel free to thank the person that dropped you a gifted, because they've just jumped into their wallets to give you access to ad-free viewing on the channel for a month. You will get no advertisements. Not that we ever drop advertisements. Obviously, Twitch chooses to. We don't drop ads, so you'll get no ads, and you get access to our emotes as well. Plus, you will help us choose what our next 2 emotes are going to be, because now we're at 80 sub points. That unlocks us 2 more emotes that we've never had before. So rather than having the 6 emotes, we will have 8 subscriber emotes on the channel now. So thank you very much. Genuinely super impressed. Didn't think we'd get the 10 subs today. I thought we'd throw it out one. Do you know what? Maybe we could try. And if we get close, I might just pay the last few off, because I want to get us a new sub emote space. But you guys went and absolutely smashed it. So GG's.
Thank you so much. Absolute legends.
Everyone's doing the choo-choo. I've got the option as well, so I'm going to do it as well. Choo-choo hype squad. Yeah.
It's absolutely mental.
Okay, back in the room. If you said anything earlier on in the chat that you'd like me to go over, do feel free to drop it again. There was just lots of gifters and stuff. That's quite a long way up, so I'll start from here. Tizbad says, Aussie, oi, oi! Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
Tizbad also says, where did I get my mug from? This is actually from Florida. I got it from somewhere in Disney, I think. I can't remember. It's actually still got the price tag at the bottom of it. $11.99. That's what it was. And I got this like, when did I go? Florida, it must have been 4 years, maybe 5 years now. I've been married to. So yeah, it was about 4.5 years ago.
and he's never washed it once. Just
Mhm.
finishes his brew, licks his finger, runs it around the bottom, puts it back on the shelf. Job's a good one.
There was someone who used to work with at Findel, and they never used to wash the cup. They just used to pour it out, swill it, and he used to drink tea, so it was just like the inside of the cup, and it was a white cup with just all tea stained all on the inside. It used to knock me sick every time they went to go and do a brew.
If
Like, just bleach it, you scruff.
If I'm making a brew, say I don't usually drink tea. I'm a coffee drinker, but if I have a cup of tea, and say if you leave it for an hour and you get like wherever the top of your tea is, that's where you get the tea ring. It could be at the top of the brew, if top of the cup if you didn't drink it, bottom of the cup if you've left a little bit in it or whatever. I hate it. I cannot. Most people will rinse it, and not most. A lot of people will rinse it and go again. I have to. Nope, that's it. Even if I've not got a scrubber, my finger is like. Well, that's absolute clip material there. Me just going rubbing my finger into my hand. Nice. That's not what you want to see. But no, it's ridiculous. It's horrible. It keeps the flavour in. It's like no, it's not. It keeps the flavour in. No.
Hey, it's not a fucking cast iron pan. You ain't cooking a steak in it.
No, get it out of here. Although that's quite a divisive conversation because some people really believe heavily in that. Like it's like when you go to an old man's pub, like your local sort of working man's club, and you'll get like old Jim, and he'll be like, "Just stick it in the same glass, love." I know I want to keep the same glass, and it's like, no, I need to wash it up because health and no, put it in the same glass. Oh, we got a raid as well. Ditchy. Oh, sorry, actually, Ditchy's here. Let me just drop my voice down a few decibels. If you've come in from Ditchy's stream, and I'm all super excited because we've just had like level 5 hype train just a couple of seconds ago. Speaking of hype trains, Lotus!
Moist, sheesh, moist.
moist, sheesh, moist. Okay, sorry, I was saying, let me drop my voice down to Ditchy levels of decibels.
Welcome.
Like Shroud.
My name is Ditcher. Oh no, actually, I'm Northern. I need to be like, I think
it was on Hamish's stream. Hamish has got some audio sounds set up, and the one for Ditchy is like...
fucking dickhead.
I was pissing myself when I heard it. Fucking dickhead. Like, hey! Good lad. We're good lad. Ditchy, thank you very much for the raid. Lotus for the tier 1 2-month back-to-back, baby. Thank you very much. We've just had a ridiculous stream so far this morning. We haven't even started talking the news. If you are watching this on demand and you have watched all of that, we appreciate you sitting through that. As Bibby does mention all the time, we do have timestamps in it, so you can skip forward if you're watching this on YouTube, so you miss out all of the intro stuff. But we've just gone. So we started the stream saying if we could get 10 subs, then we will unlock our next sub emote. And we then got past that 10 subs and then went past the next one. So we've unlocked 2 new sub emotes today only, like within the stream this morning. So yeah, we've been incredibly fortunate already so far this morning. And then Ditchy drops a raid, and then Lotus drops another sub on top of that. So wonderful people. Anyway, we'll have to step away from all of that excitement to jump into what we are actually supposed to be here for, and that is to talk about video games. So this obviously is a video game podcast, the number 1 in the UK, if we do say so ourselves, and we will begin the show talking about Nintendo Direct. So we'll have an article from Eurogamer that goes through everything that happened during tonight's Nintendo Direct, according to the title. Tagline says Bayonetta 3, N64, Brewster, Chris Pratt? Question mark, exclamation mark. Yes, that is what will be in the article. And that'll be the article that we start with. We'll then jump into the fact that Microsoft's Perfect Dark reboot will be co-developed by Crystal Dynamics. So if you're excited for that, we'll give you the information on that. Last night's Steam outage has PC gamers demanding better access to single-player games. I don't even know what this is. I mean, I was out of the world of Steam last night, so that's a story that I'm going to learn with you. And then we'll finish up with a segment that we like to call... what's the name of it, baby?
Free Game Friday.
Free Game Friday, yeah. We like to tell you what games you can get free at the end of the week, because everyone likes to finish a week with free games, right? Right. Bib, did you watch last night's Nintendo Direct?
No, I didn't. Well, that's a lie. I caught like the last 10 minutes of it because I completely forgot it was happening. But yeah, I did catch the last 10 minutes. I did see a lot of it on Twitter as well, as I was up till 3 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I did catch it, and I did see some of the stuff. I didn't see it all, so a lot of this will be fresh to me as well. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it, so it's all going to be fresh to me. It's all going to be fresh to me. Just before I jump into that, let me just catch up with the chat. You fucking dickheads, says Lotus in the chat. What a clip. That's exceptional. Best soundbite on Twitch. I know. It's good. It's good. I was on Steam all night playing Halo, so I'm not sure when it went out. I had no idea. Timeless says the last 10 minutes were the best, to be honest. Okay. Well, do you know what? We'll jump through it. Ditcher says not a good morning, shooty, bro. Not a good morning in terms of in a shooty case or a what? Fucky dickhead. I don't know if you're here when I was shouting out your soundbite from Hamish's channel, but yeah, I did. So there you go. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to talk. Let's jump into the article and see what happened. Matt Wales at Eurogamer has the article title says, here's everything that happened during tonight's Nintendo Direct. Tagline says, Bayonetta 3, N64, Brewster, Chris Pratt. Okay, article says another Nintendo Direct has been and gone, bringing with it new looks at previously announced games. A couple of real reveals we were expecting, thanks to good old Mr. Leaker. That's what we call Bibby when he's had a few too many. And a handful of surprises. And if you missed it all, that's not what we call Bibby, by the way. And if you missed it all, here's the whole thing conveniently summarized. First up was the announcement that Monster Hunter Rise is getting a massive expansion. That's what we call Bibby. It's called Sunbreak and will introduce new stories, locations, and this is what happens when we get fucking level 5 hype trains before we start the show. Exactly. Okay, starting again. Oof. First up was the announcement that Monster Hunter Rise is getting a massive expansion. It's called Sunbreak and will introduce new stories, locations, and monsters, as well as new gameplay mechanics and a new quest rank. Expect to see it next summer. Hit play on that one briefly. Okay, no. Okay. Well, when we come back to it, I'll hit play on it. I'll keep jumping through for now then. The Animal Crossing New Horizons drought is finally over, and the series' much-loved Pigeon Barista Brewster will arrive. Did not expect pigeon to be the word that followed that one. Okay, the Animal Crossing New Horizons drought is finally over, and the series' much-loved Pigeon Barista Brewster will arrive in a new update later this year. There's no release date yet, but Nintendo says it'll reveal more in October. Okay, that's enough of that. Mario Golf Super Rush is also getting some new additions as part of its second free post-launch update arriving today. Look forward to 2 new courses, one snowy, the other sandy, and 2 new playable characters in the form of Koopa Trooper and Ninja. Mario Party Superstars comes to Switch on the 29th of October, and we now have a few additional details. Online play is supported throughout, including the minigame only, survival and tag match modes, and the 5 returning classic Nintendo 64 boards are confirmed as Spaceland, Peach's Birthday Cake, Woody Woods, Yoshi's Tropical Islands, and Horror Land. Developer Zaun, critically acclaimed RPG Disco Elysium, the final cut is making its way to Switch on 12th of October. Nice. Complete with a redesigned UI experience for portable gaming and a bunch of other quality of life improvements. Final Fantasy themed kart racer Chocobo Racing, which initially released all the way back in 1999, is getting an unlikely sequel. It's called Chocobo GP and will launch on Switch, complete with kart riding Chocobos. Should that not be a Chocobos? Moogles and Majors next year. So if anyone's been playing Mario Kart 8 on the Switch for like 50 years already and you were waiting for Mario Kart 2, no, you'll get Chocobo Racing 2 or Chocobo GP before Mario Kart. Interesting. Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars, the card-based RPG from Nier creator Yoko Taro, also got an airing and it's coming to Switch on the 28th of October with an eShop demo out today. And then less of an announcement and more. Do you know what? I'm kind of feeling like. Okay, we're nearly the end. I was going to say, I'm kind of feeling like we've got so much through, we should stop and go through it, but I'll continue. We'll go through it all. There's not too many things more, so we'll go through it and then we'll recap. So Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Roars, which is card-based RPG from Nier creator Yoko Taro, also got an airing. It's coming to Switch on 28th of October with an eShop demo coming out today. Less of an announcement and more of an announcement. Fuck me, that sent my head. So less of an announcement and more of an announcement of an announcement. Nintendo says it'll be revealing its final, my God, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter on the 5th of October. What would that be, like the 700th character now that's come out for Super Smash? I don't know. It's something like that.
It's the last one, isn't it?
We're also expecting more details on Nintendo's newly announced premium tier for Nintendo Switch Online soon. Right now, we know it'll grant access to a library of Nintendo 64 and Mega Drive games. Suitable controllers will be available for purchase, with pricing details to be revealed in the near future. And there's more retro news where that came from. Cult classic SNES, not SNES, game ActRaiser has rather surprisingly been remastered and is out today. Additionally, Nintendo formally unveiled Konami's previously leaked Castlevania Advance Collection, which should be available on Switch's eShop now. We knew about that one. BioWare's original role-playing masterpiece, Knights of the Old Republic, is coming to Switch, with the port now set to arrive on the 11th of November. And looking further ahead, we got a few tantalizing glimpses of Nintendo games due to arrive next year, starting with a fresh helping of Splatoon 3. Yeah, okay, we'll keep going. There's also the matter of a newly announced, albeit previously leaked, return to Switch for Nintendo's beloved Pink Fluff Ball in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's out in spring next year. And then more exciting still was our very first taste of Platinum Games' Bayonetta 3. It all looks as wonderfully over the top as you'd hope, but the apparent change in voice actress is intriguing, given how iconic Helena Taylor has been in the role. And speaking of curious casting decisions, Miyamoto popped up to share new details on Nintendo's long-in-the-works Mario movie, with its star-studded vocal talent now confirmed to include Anna Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Always Sunny in Philadelphia's Charlie Day, no relation, as Luigi, and Chris Pratt as Mario. There you go. Okay, lots of news in there.
There's one thing that was actually missing from that, and I've just put it into the chat as well, which is probably the biggest news out of it for maybe someone like us, well, maybe people like us, average age in the chat. Probably this is just as big as the news that was listed in there. My voice seems to be going fucking worse here, so I'll shut up. Fucking Mike Reed from EastEnders over here.
Ditchy? Is that you? You say fucking dickhead.
Well, it's not a free fucking shop, so fuck off. For anyone who's watched Snatch, obviously.
Can't believe this. Anyway, okay, I'll jump into this bit. I think it kind of touched on this in the middle, but it didn't touch on it as in depth as I thought it would have done. So yeah, we'll jump through this bit as well. Nintendo Switch Online is adding. Actually, do you know what? We won't jump through this. I'll turn that off because there was a lot to go through in the article. So not factoring in the N64 and Mega Drive expansion bit that it mentioned in the middle, where would you like to begin in all of that news? Is there anything that stands out in particular for you, Bib? What about you guys in the chat? Do let us know as well. But where would you like to start?
Well, I'm going to start with, I don't think many people actually had expectations going into this one. I think we tried to give a little bit of a bigger expectation, naturally, like we do, because we like this to obviously be a positive space and where people are excited about video games, not all the downfall that comes with them. But earlier this week, we was talking about what to expect from this. I think it got announced on Tuesday that there'll be one on Friday, and then we're kind of building up towards it. A few people have obviously mentioned the previous Nintendo Directs not being what you would have as an acceptable excitement level, shall we say. By the end of it, it might have been a bit flat, but there might have been one thing in there that made it from a 3 out of 10 to potentially 5 and a 6, which, if you're being honest, a 7 is the nice little middle ground. If you're going to rate them like we always do, a 7 out of 10 for me is the middle ground. Like, I know there should be 5, but when you're talking about how many games that are being shown within the Nintendo Direct, it could just be one game that you're looking forward to. Imagine a Titanfall-esque game for Ben in an Xbox conference. That would take a conference from a 2 to about a 15. So you could just be waiting for that one game to come through. But if you are looking for new Nintendo games, this is a pretty good show. That's not even touching on the N64 or Sega Mega Drive stuff. This is just talking about new games that are coming out. I know a lot of people have talked about Bayonetta, and because was it 3 years ago we actually saw that first being previewed, and now we actually have a release time period for it. So overall, I don't think this was a bad show whatsoever. Splatoon, they're making a third one, so the others couldn't have done that bad. I've got on good authority that it's a pretty decent game. But there's other things in there as well. Disco Elysium coming. That game, what was it? That one game of the year 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. Disco Elysium. It won multiple game of the years as well from like different sources. It won some sort of like some dev stuff and some indie stuff, and you're thinking, okay, well, that's pretty cool. It's nice to see indie games or dev-approved games break out, because often what developers like isn't necessarily what the public likes. I'm not saying that developers are different, but what the public base on is what's a really good experience in a video game. What developers usually base it on is technical feats or impressive new ways of storytelling and things like that. So seeing something break out of the developer awards scene into the mainstream award scene and then continue winning awards, you know it's a decent thing. So yeah, seeing that hitting the Switch is nice. It's nice. I know it's obviously a bit of a while after, but I've never touched Disco Elysium, and I have a Switch. This makes it a bit more accessible to me. I'm still not going to play it because that's just me. But
Disco Elysium come out on console? I can't. I genuinely, that is a question for anyone who could potentially answer it. I could just Google it, but I'm a lazy fucker. But Disco Elysium, did it actually come out on console? Or was it only on PC for the time? It came out on PS4 and PS5 as well. Yeah, that's just genuine. I never picked it up. I never really dug into it. But yeah, the fact that it's come out on console is now coming out on Switch probably, like you said, makes it more accessible. Monster Hunter Rise, having a massive expansion, fantastic. Again, more Monster Hunter for the Mandem, and then more Animal Crossing, an expansion coming out for that. More stuff coming to Mario Golf. I mean, that needs a lot more work happening to it before it becomes a massive. Lukewarm, I'd say. Like, did you just say Monster Hunter? Yes, I did. That game is a 6 out of 10 in terms of a golf game. I think I've broke Graham. It sounds like a night out in Fifth Ave. I'm not. I'm not. If I speak, I'm in trouble because I'm already fucking digging my own grave here. But yeah, I'll fucking shut up. This has been. This has been. This is meant to be a video game podcast. We're meant to. I give up. I'll see you on Monday, guys. The return of Monster Hunter. Okay.
It's been a while.
If someone hasn't photoshopped this, photoshopped that onto a case by the end of the stream, then you're all doing it wrong.
It's been a while since someone's mentioned Monster Hunter on the stream. It has been mentioned before. And it catches me off guard every time. It was Jordan's.
Fuck's sake. So yeah, going back to Animal Crossing, another expansion for that. That's obviously a game that's doing okay. Do you know what I mean? Animal Crossing is doing okay. It's not propping up Nintendo at all. And then obviously some stuff with Mario Golf as well, because that game needs something. It needs a new injection of life, because I can't believe a game of that magnitude that's got multiplayer doesn't have things like an online profile where you can get XP points for winning and start to level up and be able to upgrade your stuff. That feels like a norm in any kind of sports game, especially one like golf. So again, that needs something happening to it. More Castlevania stuff.
Did you bought Mario Golf, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and that shows
I played it like 4 times.
Yeah, that shows you how much of a letdown it is. Not that it's a letdown in terms of it's a crap game when you're playing it, but then it's what else? What is there to do?
Yeah.
And if Bibby picks up, like, you'll go, oh, this game is literally just 3 pixels and it's pretty fun to play. Bibby will, like, yeah, I'll play that because hashtag Bibby game. Bibby will play anything. But if you got a Nintendo Switch like Mario title that has golf in it, well, that's it. Bibby's gone. Like we're pretty much like hand on the chest, like in memoriam. Yeah, here once stood Bib. We've not seen him, since he came out. But it's not that at all. He played it, spoke about it. It's all right, and then it's disappeared. So yeah, that getting more content, and its second round of free content. Nice. Okay, free content. Yeah, but it also kind of needs it. If you can't hold Bibby's attention, then you're doing something wrong. Because I mean, when we're in the office, it's literally we've got like a toy that we go Bibby, and that gets his attention. So that's
it's shiny.
Yeah, he's a good Bib. He's a good Bib.
Yeah. So yeah, it needs a new injection of life put into it, and that's such a shame for a game that hasn't been out 6 months. So it needs something happening to it. I mean, they could have. I know this is obviously dragging on for something that's so small, but it's like a couple of new maps added. I say maps, couple of new courses added to it, but it's the online stuff. If you've got a sports game, you need your online to keep players coming back again. Once I've done the storyline of Mario Golf, there isn't that much left to do. unless you just like playing for the sake of playing. But I don't even want to be competitive at this point. I just wanted to be able to load up, see how many games I've won, see how many games I've lost, to see what my average put distance is, and things like that you would expect isn't the case. And it is a crying shame because the game itself is fantastic. Like the Mario Golf game is brilliant. It just needs something for you to be able to come back and play it. And that's what we don't have at the
moment. That noise that you could hear in the background was me just scrolling through the videos then. Wasn't trying to just blank out babies speaking. I was just trying to get the Castlevania video loaded up. So I'm going to jump onto that one next because that was something that we were aware of. And obviously, as with anything that we work on, we don't want to spend too much time talking about it because we don't want to be seen to either shilling or skewing opinions. But Castlevania Advance Collection, I'm actually... obviously, we do social media and bits for Konami, so we knew this was coming. I quite like to see this because I'm not a very... I'm how can I put it? I'm not a retro gamer. I prefer my 3D modern video games as opposed to going back to see side-scrolling video games. But when something that resonates with me that is old-school retro gaming, has that side-scrolling element, does come back, I like it. Like when me and Bibby jumped, obviously it was modern, but when we jumped into Streets of Rage 4, that's me recapturing my youth because it's such a good game. And seeing like the Castlevania, these were like games that I spent shitloads of time playing. So seeing these out now, it's nice. But this stepping away from Castlevania is kind of a big key thing that Nintendo have been doing very well, keeping hold of their history. Xbox have been doing it, keeping hold of their history with backwards compatibility. Seeing games from the past coming forward not only makes it is useful for publishers and developers because they get to port existing titles and get another revenue stream, cha-ching, but also because you don't lose the past. It's not exactly the same as playing it on the old advanced consoles, but playing it on your Switch console means that it's for those that may have missed out on that legacy of Castlevania games. Remember, a lot of people will probably have ever heard of Castlevania because it was on their Netflix account. So giving them those games, I like to see that. Obviously, the fact that there's the Genesis, Mega Drive, and Nintendo 64 stuff in there, that is exceptionally well for me because I played a lot more time on that. But okay, is there anything throughout the whole conference that particularly stood out to you? Obviously,
yes.
If we run through everything, we'll be here all day. Is there anything in particular that you want to speak about?
Yeah, it was the stuff at the end that was in there. I genuinely, when I was skimming through the article today, when I was pulling it all together, I thought that stuff was included at the bottom, but it wasn't. So yeah, the other article that I posted, the N64 and Mega Drive stuff, I talk about Mega Drive all the time because that was my gateway into video gaming. Like playing the likes of Streets of Rage and Golden Axe with my granddad. Those are the games that got me into video games in the first place. So having those on my Nintendo Switch now, yeah, fair enough. It's going to be an expansion. It is going to cost. But I know full well I can take my Switch to my granddad's now and my dock, and we're both going to be playing these games again. Like that. Dead simple. Jump in. We're good to go again. And he would be over the moon at being able to play these games again. So that's a massive plus in my opinion. What isn't is the price of the controllers, because I've heard that the Nintendo 64 controller, fair enough, it's going to be wireless and it's going to be required to be able to play some of these Nintendo 64 games because the buttons that we've got on current consoles, and there isn't as many of them as there is on the Nintendo 64 controller. So it is going to be a requirement, I think. Otherwise, they might just have some weird key bindings that you might be able to do to be able to access those buttons. But having Nintendo 64 games like Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64, Dr. Mario Tennis 64, Yoshi's Story.
Let me stop you there for just a second because I'll jump through that article because I did jump off. So let me go through that one. If you didn't catch the details on that yesterday, Nintendo Switch Online is adding a higher expansion pack tier. Timeless as well, shout out because he mentioned that in the chat as well. Nintendo Switch Online is getting a higher cost expansion pack subscription tier, which will include N64 and Sega Mega Drive games, not Genesis, Mega Drive. Exactly how much this will cost, Nintendo did not say. At its launch in late October, 9 Nintendo 64 games will be offered, including Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time. Certain games like Mario Kart 64 will also offer online play. Nice. 14 Sega Mega Drive games are coming to launch, include Echo the Dolphin, Streets of Rage 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with more to follow. See, I was a Mega Drive kid. I went from being NES to Mega Drive, then back to SNES kind of thing. So, yeah, these are all games that were big for me. There will also be $50 N64 and Mega Drive controllers to play these games. Oh, hey, that'll be the new Nintendo Switch controller, which is a linked article there. We'll leave that one alone. Full details of when and how much all of this will arrive are still to be announced. But Nintendo confirmed today that existing subscriptions will be able to be upgraded. There was no more detail on the leaked Game Boy and Game Boy Color games for Nintendo Switch Online. Whether they'll come to the regular Nintendo Switch Online or its new expansion pack tier remains to be seen. For what it's worth, N64 and Mega Drive were the other retro consoles we were told about alongside Game Boy and Color, though unlike the latter pair, these hadn't been leaked at the time. There, all of the game lineups are on the screen. I will leave those on the screen. So yeah, okay, feel free to continue now, babe. I did interrupt you mid-flow then, so...
It's all right. Don't worry about it. But these are the games that have been announced for launch. There is other games that will be coming to the service as well, like Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Snap. People have been wanting... Well, we've obviously got a sequel to that now, but the original one is there for you to be able to have. Majora's Mask, Kirby 64, Mario Golf, Paper Mario, and F-Zero. So there is some fantastic games in there. That's not that's just upcoming games. Like there will be more that will keep on getting added to this, very much like we did with the SNES and the NES online services as well. So this is just a start. £50 for a controller is a bit steep, but if you are someone who enjoys playing, like being able to try and find the Nintendo 64 and having the converter and trying to buy the games to play on your HD TV nowadays, or your 4K TV is very difficult. For the extra £2 or £3 on the £50 to outlay for the controllers, and you're able to play these games now, for me, it's probably going to be worth it. Might not be for you guys, might not be for certain people, but for me, it's definitely worth it. Sorry, like I don't know what was happening with my throat then. Things are happening. I just keep so things are happening in my body. I have absolutely no idea what's going on at the moment, so I apologize. But yeah, these this is a massive dub. This is the highlight of the whole conference. As I said, having Mega Drive games again. It's not that I haven't bought PlayStation collections on my PlayStation 4 or on Steam or anything like that. It's not that I haven't played these games in 25 years, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you can play 2-player. Streets of Rage 2, you can play 2-player. Golden Axe, you can play 2-player. Like, if we can play these games online, you've got it, I'll have it. We can stream these games again. For the content purposes and for pleasure purposes, like playing with my granddad again, this is a no-brainer for me. Absolutely.
I mean, for me, like looking at the Sega Mega Drive launch lineup as well, that just speaks to me. I mean, like I've said before, I don't often go back to play old games. A lot of people love retro gaming. I'm very much a child of the times kind of thing. Like, there's a lot that I've not played that's got 4K HD and all this stuff. Why would I go back and play something I've already played 20 years ago? But when your list starts off with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin, I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah. Then you throw in a Golden Axe halfway down the list. All right, Shinobi's in there. Oh my god. Okay, so this is pretty exciting. So for someone that has a Nintendo Switch but doesn't really use it, then how does that work? Can someone explain that to me? So like, there's the expansion pack subscription tier. Obviously, they're not mentioning the cost for it. So you pay for your Nintendo Switch Online, which is Nintendo's equivalent for PS Plus and Xbox Live sort of stuff, and then you can pay for the basically the premium subscription. So you pay a bit more, like Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate. Is that their equivalent of Ultimate? You pay more to get access to the expansion packs.
Yeah, so in your, I think it's like £3.49 a month, or it's like £25 for the year. And then you get access to play online, but you also get access to the likes of an NES and SNES library. Obviously, it's limited. They only put the games on there, so you can play them at your own free will, as well as being online if you want to. This, I imagine, might end up topping it up to maybe £5, and you'll have access to a different library of games. So you'll have your NES, SNES, and then obviously your Mega Drive and a Nintendo 64 all in a combined thing. We don't know how much it's going to be. But yeah, if it's a premium, the naming convention's bizarre. Like, what have they called it? The expansion. Yeah, that's fucking bizarre. That why have they called it that? The expansion pack.
It is kind of interesting as well. I mean, calling it an expansion, so you're paying to expand the library. But the thing that I need to compute, like, is that's old libraries. Don't get me wrong. It's old games that don't appeal to everyone. So I'm feeling like if you get Game Pass, you will get day one releases. Yeah, you'll get the new Halo, pow. You'll get Forza, pow, and then you also get access to all the old stuff. Whereas they go, if you spend money extra, you will get old stuff. And it's like, it just seems like it's the same sort of message that they're going for, but backwards. Xbox leads with the now. But I can't see Nintendo going, okay, if you've got the expansion pack, you are getting Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 on launch day for free. No, you'll still spend 70 quid for that, and it will always be 70 quid forever because it's a Nintendo game. But if you want old games, you can pay extra for those. It just seems like the games do excite me in terms of reigniting that childhood flame, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't seem as good a proposition. Game Pass is Game Pass. This just feels like expansion pack. Yeah.
The biggest difficulty that we've got and the biggest hurdle is the fact that to play these N64 games, you might have to use the controller. You might be able to play them to a degree with the controller that you've got. Like you might have to press the left trigger and A to use a different button because the Nintendo 64 controller has got more buttons than what's available on this. That's where the difficulty is going to lie, I think. So if you have to pay the £50 to be able to play the game to its full potential, that's a bit of a barrier. But for me being able to play the Genesis games, forgetting about the N64 goodness that you're going to be getting the Sega Genesis game. So you've seen Ratatouille, and at the end, the critic comes in and he tries that carbonara or chicken Alfredo or something like that, and then he's instantly transported back to his childhood.
Do you know what's
that's
pretty
what
funny?
I'm going to be getting.
I've got to tell you, the meal that he tries was ratatouille.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Well, yeah, that's how much attention that I pay, don't I? But yeah, that meal that he ends up having that takes him back to his childhood, that's the kind of vibe that I'm going to be getting for this. I imagine my granddad is going to be over the moon.
Falling off your bike, your mum makes you yeah. Oh, come sit down.
That's
now.
the kind of shit that I want.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I am put off by the fact that you might have to use the controllers because Timeless says he didn't see that. I wouldn't have seen that either. If you have to use the controllers, that kind of is another barrier for entry. Not only am I having to spend more to play the old games, not just getting them included for free, because Microsoft realizes that's where most people will sit. But if we wanted to play online, not only do I have to spend that extra £1.50, just this £1.50 this month to play online with Bib. Okay, it's £1.50. I'll throw £1.50. It's whatever. But then, you want to play a game that you have to have the controller for, which is going to charge me 50 quid extra to play that. I can't just use the pre-existing hardware. It's good, but it's also, as Mr. T says in the chat, classic Nintendo. And he says that because this is taken from VGC. The Nintendo 64 games being added to Nintendo Switch Online may run at the slower 50 hertz standard in Europe. Why? Why? Just because. I mean, we have Bluetooth, but we're not going to activate it for 5 years. Also, just slower 50 hertz because. Let me jump back through the chat. Kane, good morning, dude. How are you doing? I did see the big ham. Where's he gone? There he is. Dropping in. I said big ham. It should be like medium ham now, right? Because he went for the trim. Or something. Did you get that? Is the beard gone? I mean, not all of it. I'm assuming you obviously going for the nice and neat and stuff. Oh, no, you didn't get it done. They didn't allow walk-ins this morning, so book for tomorrow morning. Oh, well, you know what? We expect pics. I expect to see it. For us old school N64 players, can't wait to get the controller and play Mario 64 on Ocarina. Timeless says it's poor in this day and age they refuse to make current controllers compatible. I agree, but then again, you can't use your DS4 on your PS5, so yeah, PlayStation, goddammit. This is coming to Switch, says Kane. It is, yes. So if you want to play Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Mario Tennis 64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, they're big, obviously, Nintendo 64 games. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, a bunch of other Mega Drive games, plus other games that will be coming like Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Snap, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Mario Golf, F-Zero X. Those will all be coming to the expansion pack on Nintendo Switch, which is an extra addition, no cost confirmed, extra additional cost on top of the current Nintendo subscription, but you will get access to all of those titles, which it's not flawless, but it is cool. Can I play Shinobi? Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. That's what you can play, Kane. Yeah. On your Nintendo Switch, you'll have to pay for the upgraded subscription, which includes the expansion pack. That's what they want to call it. So if you think of like Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate, they have the whatever the Nintendo subscription and the expansion pack. That expansion pack, if you pay for that, that gets all of that in it. So yes, you can embrace your inner ninja, and not just in the battlegrounds, but on your Switch as well. So jumping back into the other article then. See, I don't feel I'm equipped to have this conversation, although I saw a shed. I didn't even say shit because it was a shed, and a shed's bigger than shit. So I saw a shed load of hype around Bayonetta 3. I haven't played Bayonetta games. It doesn't on first glance look like something that applies to me, but it's clearly a great series because almost all of the conversations, forgetting the Mario movie stuff, which we'll come on to after this, almost all of the conversations I saw on social media were around Bayonetta 3 and the hype around that. I think maybe Timeless and Itani mentioned that straight away at the beginning of this stream. What do you guys think? Wait, where's the unfollow button? There you go. See, there you go. I mean, for those that haven't played it either, I will jump back to the article and press play on the video just so you can see it. I'll keep the audio muted because, Nintendo and they don't care about streamers, so the music in there is probably purposefully chocked full of DMCA material. You haven't played a Bayonetta game? No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
But yeah, I mean, that is... So what are your thoughts, Timeless? I'm assuming this has you hyped. Does it have you hyped because you've been looking forward to a Bayonetta, or is it hyped because it's another major title for the Switch? Where's the angle from? Is it a bit of both? Is it a bit of both? Is that Nintendo music I can hear? No, I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, beyond belief. What is that, with us or with your hype for the game? I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It's one of those games that it was just different platforms, or there was different things that I was playing at that point in time. So just never kind of came to it. So I love the idea of seeing tanks and soldiers and stuff like that. But then you've got like Godzilla kind of there. I'd be like, I'd rather be fighting like insurgents in Modern Warfare kind of thing. Bayonetta is in the mold of Devil May Cry and games like this, Graham. Are you hyped for it, Madge? Is this are you kind of have you played Astral Chain? Nope. Enix probably has. If Enix was on the stream, he would absolutely be giving you all of the conversations on this. But yeah, I mean, anything that's kind of Enix has not played it. There you go. Okay, I'm overhyping his skills. Yeah, anything that has like an anime vibe kind of stuff generally isn't something that I've played. Not that I'm against anime. It's just it's not my style generally. I mean, when I get into it, I get into it. So the closest I've probably got is Metal Gear Rising, which is not anime, but it has that hack and slash sort of style. But even down to like God of Wars, which is obviously hack and slash, that kind of stuff lost my attention until it became big story mode sort of things. So yeah, it's crazy fast and the combat is excellent. Yeah, like this bit on the stream now where you're seeing like things flashing in and then the jump hits and the slashes and stuff. That's too much button pressing for me. I want the blah, 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 blah. That's like I mean, it looks good, and I understand why people enjoy that. It's just not for me. It's not for me. What would be for me though, just keeping the conversation flowing, would be a new Mario movie, because Super Mario Brothers movie in the 90s was fecking world class, and I will have no one saying different. Yes, it absolutely was. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, having to pronounce his name. Excellent, world-class film. 10 out of 10 across the board. Don't bother looking at the reviews. Just take my word for it. It was 10 out of 10. So seeing a new Mario movie, yeah. I'll hit the link onto the article because Yuri Gamer have decided to split out into so many different bits. What are your thoughts then, Bib, on Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, Charlie Day, no relation, as Luigi, and Jack Black as Bowser? Is that the starting makings of a film that you'd be interested in?
I mean, they are all fantastic actors, aren't they? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can put Jack Black in any role and he'll absolutely nail it. Like, I didn't think I don't know why I judged. I don't know why I judged him in the first place because I knew he'd finally come clutch at the end. But Jack Black will go into any role and nail it like he did in Jumanji. He would have thought that he would have played a female well, if that makes any sense. If you've seen the latest 2 Jumanji films, you'll understand where I'm coming from.
The thing is, like,
yeah,
like you look at Jack Black and you see Jack Black and you hear Jack Black's voice and you think he's the same person in the same film, and you think it's just not going to work, but the subtleties about it, it's just I was in for it. Him in Jumanji was excellent. So.
Yeah. Well, I love Jack Black, so yeah, that's fantastic. I love Chris Pratt. I love Charlie Day. Like these actors that I know. I know I always forget her name, but she was in the Queen's Gambit that I've never seen, and I think that's the only thing that
Anya Taylor-Joy. She's done some more like period drama stuff as well, which I've seen artwork of, but not actually seen. Definitely a good actress. Yeah. Definitely. I don't know. Like I've not seen enough of her to know if she can do the sort of like animated rather than serious sort of stuff. But but then again, I imagine if you can do the fucking Queen's Gambit, then you can do the voice of Princess Peach. Yeah, I mean,
I think this is gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be very funny. They've hired obviously a lot of comedy actors to be in this as well, which is great. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it could be super cheesy, but it is what it is. I'm fairly certain that is probably going to be a massive success. Having Chris Pratt in there is probably the leader. I mean, your tweet today was it Chris Scullion, where it's Mario doing the Jurassic Park thing. Like that was great. But yeah, I think it's going to be great. I keep on saying great, but I think it might be great.
It's going to be great. Like hearing the sound of Frosty's hitting me plate. Yeah, there we go. Bibby's the Frosty's kid from the early 2000s or whenever it was. Yeah, I'm quite hyped for this. I mean, one thing I am going to ask you guys for is why is there a lot of negativity to Chris Pratt? I don't know what that's from. Have I missed something? Or is it just because he has done so much stuff and people are not with it? What's the if anyone has the information, I don't know if I missed some because I've seen a lot of negativity about Chris Pratt being in it. Is it because Chris Pratt's playing an Italian guy and he's not? I don't know. But then again, the guy that does Mario is not Italian as well. Although he's actually going to be in it. Charles Martin, is it Martinet or Martinet? The guy who does the "Let's go," that sort of stuff. Whoa. He is going to be in the film, but not as Mario. So they have Mario in the Mario film, but not as Mario. He's in there doing some surprise cameos. But I think Charles Martinet is. Doesn't he do multiple voices in the Mario universe anyway? So that's probably what they're going to do. They probably get him to do some like walk-in cameo sort of stuff. Vanquish is another maybe. I'm impressed with the cast. Jack Black and Pratt are awesome casting choices. Next Gen basis, Danny O'Dwyer suggested Willem Dafoe for Luigi.
Waluigi.
Yeah, Waluigi. I mean, to be fair, Willem Dafoe for any villain. Any villain. Is that what you said last week or something?
Yeah. I can just go to the toilet.
Okay. So yeah, for villains, Willem Dafoe. For good guys, Willem Defriend. Hey, memes. Chris Pratt, Trumper. Is it? What a letdown. Member of a very fundy Christian church, pro-hunting. Oh my God. He's a massive homophobe. Is he? Oh, what? No, that's a shame. I really like Chris Pratt. I didn't know any of that. I like Chris Pratt's on-screen persona. Let's put it that way then. But obviously, someone's persona on screen isn't what they are off-screen. And the guy who plays Star-Lord isn't necessarily the same as Star-Lord. And the guy who does is it Emmett from the Lego Movie? Is that his name? The guy who does the voice of that isn't necessarily the same. So that's a shame. That's a shame. He said he's all for inclusivity, etc., but he's very closely associated with a massively homophobic, transphobic church. Not a good look. Fuck's sake. Why? Did not know that. I that's what I'm saying. I didn't know. I saw quite a lot of negativity, which made me think it wasn't like a lot of people dislike James Corden. I don't mind him. But a lot of people really like James Corden, and I can understand it because I'm the same with other things. Like I know tons of people that what's the BBC show? My mum and my sister adore it. It's Miranda or something like that, and my mum and my sister absolutely adore. It might not be called Miranda. Some BBC show with a woman in it. My mum and my sister have been to see her at MEN and everything, and I just hate it. It grinds on me. But I thought the amount of negative conversations around Chris Pratt that I saw this morning, I thought it was more than just someone grinding your gears. So it clearly was. If that's what it is, I did not know. That's a shame. That's a shame. Bought myself some Halo socks. Nice tangent there, John. Nice, enjoy. Next Gen Base says, as a fat lad, Pratt was a bit of an inspiration. Then I found about all that shit, and I got very disappointed. James Corden is a massive knobhead in person. Yeah, I do believe that. In terms of, I've heard that before, but yeah, like in terms of his on-screen presence and stuff, it's a persona in that sort of sense. I imagine a lot of people that are in Hollywood and acting could be dicks in real life. And obviously, I've seen things where wasn't the rant and deck thing, like where they parked in his parking space. They were talking about James Corden now, by the way, babe. Where they parked in his parking space, and he was like full on, "Do you not know who I am?" sort of thing. Which he was like, "Oh, okay. What happened to Smithy? That's what you want everyone to think, but now you're like Mr. Big." So yeah, I don't doubt that. But yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating because I don't mind James Corden's. Yeah, it is Miranda. She's called Miranda Hart. That's the one. I don't like it. It just does. I don't like her comedy. I don't like the tone of voice. I don't like the awkward stuff she does. It's just not for me.
She was funny in Spy though.
Funny in what?
Spy.
No.
With Melissa McCarthy.
No.
That's a fucking great film. That I love Melissa McCarthy anyway.
I like Melissa McCarthy. That said, when we spoke about Spy previously, Melissa McCarthy is kind of like a Jack Black in terms of she's the same person in every movie, regardless of whatever movie it is. Although Jack Black does it better.
Jason Statham in that is hilarious as well.
Is there?
But yeah,
okay,
you need to watch that film. If you've never seen Spy, watch it. It's fantastic.
I've not watched it. I will watch it. Do you know what we'll also do? Jump forward into the next bit of news because I've just realised we are an hour and 15 minutes in. So we're going to pick up the pace and fly through the news articles now. We might not have time to discuss them. But
why don't we just do Free Game Friday and we'll put a pin in it?
Let me see. Do you know what? We'll leave the Microsoft Perfect Dark reboot until next week. Do you know, actually, we might come on to it next week. Let me just show you the article on screen. So if you want us to discuss it next week, if there's no news next week, we will jump back onto it. But Microsoft's Perfect Dark reboot will be co-developed by Crystal Dynamics. So Crystal Dynamics, if you don't know, they're the team that have been working on Avengers and Tomb Raider. So that's a pretty good sign for Perfect Dark. Obviously, old school game from Microsoft being remade, and the fact that Crystal Dynamics are involved is nice. So that's a team that know what they're doing, can make a good game. Not necessarily always make a good game, but can do. So Perfect Dark reboot. Nice. Potentially has some good base things. This article I do feel like won't really be relevant as last week, but last night, Steam outage has PC gamers demanding better access to single-player games. Players want to be able to play games even if Steam servers are down for maintenance. So yesterday, Steam went down for its usual Tuesday maintenance. In most parts of the world, that maintenance was done in roughly an hour, but North America's servers were down for several hours, preventing most players from accessing the Steam store. Excuse me. Also their friends list or any of the games from the Steam library. And that has a few players a little peeved. Okay, you get the idea. I mean, do you know what? We don't really need to go any further into that, do we? We can draw conclusions. Steam went down, and once it's down, you have absolutely no opportunities to play the games. Why? What is this? Surely there should be an offline version, right? What were you chuckling at that?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Was that me going, excuse me?
No, it was Tito's comment. Typical of Sony fanboy skipping over positive Microsoft news. Yeah.
It's good news.
Yeah, sorry,
good news.
Tito.
To be fair, Bibby wanted to get rid of it entirely. I did fight to have some sort of inclusion in there. I said we can come back to it next week. So it's Bibby. I mean, Game Pass Ultimate user over there. I don't even have Game Pass, and I fought for it to be included a little bit. So yeah, see that, yeah. Steam has an offline mode, but it's not well implemented.
The digital handshake stuff you always can get in the sea. If you bought the game, there's no reason why you should. That's why. I mean, we talk about this quite a lot as well, but physical media can never disappear, because if you need digital handshakes per single player games that you've downloaded, that is not a good look. Eventually, the whole thing will, the physical media will eventually die, and then if you do end up having, if the servers do go down, you are fucked. That's why I'll always champion physical media. But a lot of people like digital. I mean, it's usually more expensive, but this isn't the time and place to be able to discuss stuff like that. It just needs to be better implemented. There's no reason why you need a digital handshake if you're playing a single player game.
Good old DRM. I mean, that ruined Microsoft for a generation, leaning too far into DRM the wrong way. So yeah, sort it out, lads. Next Gen Base says, legit thought Bib was going to say digital handshakes are crap. That's why I pirate everything. He does.
No comment.
He does. Okay. We'll put a pin in that one for now, then jump into the final article, which is next week's free Epic Games Store titles has been revealed. Yes, it's Free Game Friday. Europa Universalis 4 will replace the Escapists, even not Escapists, that's something else, Escapists, which is currently free to download. Next week's free Epic Games Store title has been announced. Empire building game Europa Universalis 4 will be free to download from September the 30th until October the 7th. It will replace Prison Sandbox game The Escapists, which normally costs 13 quid, but is currently free to download until September the 30th. So if you've got the Epic Games Store, as we tell you each and every single week, make sure you get it fired up, get your free games redeemed, and then close it back down again. If you want to play them, then even better. But if not, you've at least got it there to make your choices going forward. Escapists is one that I actually have looked at quite a few times. Not in terms of I've thought, oh, I'm going to go out of my way to play that game. Just it pops up and I think, oh, maybe, and then never do. But the fact it's free now means decision made. Should I ever want to play it, I can. So, nice. Free Game Friday! Also, end of the show Friday. Thank you very much for a ridiculous opening to the show, by the way. That was stupid, if I'm being honest. Let me jump back through all of the comments. All of the happenings, should I say, not just the comments. So we started the show with the context that we'd like to get 10 subs, if possible. We didn't have to get 10 subs because it costs money and stuff like that. But if we can get to 10 subs, then that means we can collectively all get an extra emote slot. That means we can design a new emote, put into the slot that you guys as subs get to use on our channel and other channels on Twitch. Results. I mean, obviously, we get revenue off that, which is also a result, but it's not about that. It was about seeing if we can get there, because we were so close. We're closer than we'd ever been, through the likes of Nietzsche giving 5 gifted subs just yesterday. I think Kane, gave 5 gifted subs earlier on in the week. I think Nietzsche gave another 5 subs last week as well. So because of the gift is happening in the channel, we've never been close enough to unlock the next emote slot than we were earlier today. So we started the stream, and then we got Shitty Gaming 5, which is Emma, dropping a Prime. Callum dropping his 7-month Prime. Thank you very much, Callum. Baby drops subs to Vish, the Sophisticated Sexer, and Jack Lapoo as well. So they got subs. Enix rolls in with his own Prime 17 months on the channel. Mr. T already subbed up, thought, I want to get involved. So dropped a sub on Viv. Bacon Chin gets involved with a big old bit drop. Yeah. Then Precision drops in with a 4-month sub. Enix thinks, fine, if everyone's gifting, he drops 5 gifted subs in the chat to Delboy and Costola, Big Hamish, Cream Team, Crumpet, and Madge. Then we get NGB getting involved, dropping a sub on Slaps. OG Bibby, who's usually on-demand Bibby, or more OD Bibby, gets involved, drops a sub on Muse as well. Gagad also wants to get involved, weakens his own chances in the loot drop by dropping 5 gifted subs on Plumrico, Kevin Ashburner, Baroness Strange, Itani, and Linma. Mr. C thinks, okay, if everyone's carrying on, I've given one already, let's get involved. So he drops another 5 gifted subs, Herbs, Kevlar, Shriva, Zaffa Cakes, Iceman. And then me feeling left out, thought, oh, well, I want to get involved as well. So I dropped a gifty on Tazebad, who was the only person left in the chat at that point that didn't have a sub, so we gave Tazebad a sub. And then Ditchade raided with a party of 9, and Lotus came in with his own 2-month sub as well. So what a ridiculous stream. Thank you very much. Seriously, that's incredible. Incredible. Level 5 hype train hit and destroyed. Not even destroyed, like more than ever has been done. We've only hit level 5 in the hype train once before, and that absolutely just smashed it, so we appreciate it. Mental. Bring back ISUB, not like this. Do you know what? I'm going to put that one back because it'll take us some time to have conversations around what we do and don't have. ISUB, not like this is definitely. Oh, do you know, I wonder if I can do it before the stream even ends. I probably can. But before any of that happens, let's talk about conversations about what else will be happening. Mr. Babe is looking pretty sick. So he's probably going to take some time to chill out on the couch or something. Nice. Yeah, sick. You get me. He's going to take some time to chill out on the couch, maybe have some chicken soup or something like that. I miss... What? Insert coin! Okay, it's lovely to see you people. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. We are just wrapping up ourselves, actually, but we appreciate you guys being in here. How are you all doing? What have you been playing over on Insert Coin? I'm assuming you've been watching Chris and Dan playing games because it's Saturday lunchtime, or that's what I meant. Friday. I don't know. I'm supposed to be. Oh God, I don't know. What have we been playing? Thank you very much for the raid, Mr. Insert Coin, Misters Insert Coins. Thank you very much, dudes. So yeah, do feel free to drop a follow if you are new here. We do stream on Insert Coin. We are not due back on there for like another 6 or 7 weeks-ish. Don't know what we'll play next time, but do feel free to drop us a follow if you want to get to know us before we are back over on Insert Coin. And likewise, anyone on our channel, do feel free to check out official Insert Coin. If you want the link to their channel, just type !Insert Coin in our channel now, and it'll give you not only our 20% discount code for their merch store, but yeah, the channel where you can go drop a follow on them. If you haven't dropped a follow on them as well, please do so, because they're pushing for partnership. Anyway, what I was saying then is Bib will probably be chilling out on the couch in a bit. I will probably jump on and play some PUBG shortly. I'm going to go and see what the work situation is like, see how things are doing, see what my inbox is looking like. It may be soon, it may be later, but I'm probably going to jump on and play some PUBG. I'll see how things are. In the meantime, we will drop a raid on one of our friends, and I can see that Timeless has redeemed Guide the Raid towards Hamish, which is exactly where we will go. Thank you very much, Timeless, for spending the in-channel sprinkles. Speaking of sprinkles, stick around for the raid, because if you follow us over to Hamish, you get extra sprinkles to spend on the channel for yourself. But before any of that happens, Mr. Bib, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, again, you absolute legends that helped us out this morning. Dropping and gifting subs left, right, and centre. We very much appreciate it. Make sure, though, that if you have got some, that you did get a sub, that you are in our Discord and you've got it tied up. You have 10 days until the loot drop gets ran, and you find out if you win something. Sorry, my throat's starting to close up, I think, as well. But anyway, I'll fly through this bit. If you do want to help shape the show on Monday, and there is 2 ways that you can do that. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or get involved with our Discord. All the information that you require if you're watching this on demand will be listed below. Go into the scoop part of the Discord, drop in the URL, give your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time on Monday? Mr. Graham Day.
The next show on Monday, as it usually is, will be at 10 a.m.
Ish. 10 a.m. Ish. Yeah.
Back in the room. Nice. Official Insert Coin. I see you guys. Hey. Let me just do this in the chat. Oh, no, it didn't work. No! It did for me. It might have worked for you. I don't know if it did for anyone.
I can see it.
Oh, nice. Okay, I just needed to refresh my stream. Okay, the Ice Up Not Like This emote is back, and that is all down to the work of you guys. Yeah! Thank you guys for helping us unlock 2 extra emote slots today. Seriously, I mean, I've said it like 3 times now. Well, I've said it more than 3 times, but I've said it in 3 different segments. But genuinely, it means a lot, because that's huge. That's huge. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Timeless says, great stream as always, gents. Have a great weekend. You too, Timeless. You too,
mate.
As mentioned, we may be back with some gameplay. If you fancy some PUBG on console, do feel free to jump back. We'll be on at some point potentially this afternoon, depending on how the workday is looking. If not, just drop a follow on the channel. You will get notified whenever we do go live. But that's it. Stick around for the raid on Hamish, and have a lovely weekend. Until then, stay
frosty.